What's going on, peoples? It's your boy Paulie the Bull.
Big John Silver.
And we're just going to break down this Pusha T, Drake beef, quote unquote, our take on the lyrics and the song so far. And as always, want you to comment and tell us what you think about it. Who's winning or won if it's over. How you feel about it. But basically, we're not going to go through the whole history of it, but this kind of goes back from like Birdman, what happened to that boy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Then some comments and some things when they made what's the song? The Clips made Mr. Me Too because they felt the rumor is that they felt that Wayne was copying their style with the Bathe the Napes and An interviewer asked Wayne about it. He said, "Fuck the Clips, fuck Pusha T, and anybody that love him."
He literally said it.
He literally said it. Yeah. So then after that, it was kind of like little jabs and stuff made from Pusha T here and there. He tried to make amends at one point and say free Weezy when Wayne got locked up. But then from out of nowhere, we got Exodus 23-1, which was fire itself.
One of my favorite diss tracks ever.
That beat is hard. That beat is classic. And his delivery on the beat, which is one of Pusha T's things, he's talking to you, that was crazy. Then at that point, it was a lot of shots back and forth, subliminal shots on mixtapes and stuff. Wayne would say some stuff on mixtapes. Pusha T would say some stuff on mixtapes. Nothing really crazy. Then somehow Drake got involved. Because basically Pusha T never just focused on just Wayne. He would throw shots at Birdman and the whole staff, record label, motherfucker crew. You know what I'm saying? So, Drake kind of inherited the beef. What was it? 2 years ago, we got Two Birds, One Stone, where Drake threw shots at Pusha T and Kid Cudi. A lot of people forget about that, and we'll get back to it, but a lot of people saying Pusha T went too far in this beef, but Drake actually talked about Kid Cudi's mental condition at that time. But we'll come back to that. Pusha T was on his promo run for his album. They had the listening party, I believe, Wednesday, which was May 23rd, and during the listening party, everybody that night and that Thursday, everybody kept talking about one song in particular, Infrared. So on this song, social media and everybody started talking about, Pusha T dissing Drake again, Pusha T dissing Drake, yada yada yada. So Friday, the album finally comes out, and we heard the song. So we can get into the album later, but 7 tracks. Track number 7, Infrared, and Pusha T takes shots at Drake. Did he take shots at Wayne?
Not really on this one. Really. This was basically all Drake.
Yeah,
definitely all Drake.
This was all for Drake. Talk to me. What did you hear when you first?
So I immediately caught on with the "You Don't Even Write Your Song," the Quentin shit like that. I caught on with immediately. Right. He had a couple shit that on top of that was pretty hard. Mm-hmm. That it took me a second to really get after going through it and really understanding what he was talking about. But I was like, oh shit, like he's coming for his head. Right. And so I looked at both sides of the coin because although I'm a huge Pusha T fan, I mean like. In the beginning of the year, I was like, Pusha T put out an album, whatever I was talking.
When originally it was gonna be called King Push.
Yeah. But I did agree because you had a tweet that you were like, I love when they make Drake rap. Yeah. I ahead of time was like, I heard the song, I was like, he's probably gonna make Drake rap though, which I do agree. Right. When Drake raps, when he actually has to rap,
absolutely,
he definitely puts it in work. Maybe he puts in work. I don't know. Pusha T saying someone else write it, so I don't know. Maybe someone else puts in work. But either way, you do get a more competitive Drake from that.
To me, the best Drake songs are the ones when it's like a time and a location. It's 4 p.m. and such and such street, and so whenever those songs come out, that's his best work. He raps on it. He usually raps with a purpose. Whether he's always throwing shots subliminally to somebody. But I like when he raps. He can rap. And even if Quentin wrote the stuff, Quentin can't match Drake's delivery. So that's another thing that goes into it. Anybody can write some stuff, can pin it. The delivery, how it's said, always is a big part of it too.
That's why there's ghostwriters.
Correct.
If the ghostwriters had everything, they wouldn't be ghostwriters. They'd be the stars.
Right, exactly.
Like you could take all the bullshit aside. I don't want the celebrity. I don't want to be bothered in public. No, motherfucker, you're missing something. You're missing the
delivery. You might have the mind for it, but you might not have the voice for it. and some people can hear the beat differently. So you could probably pen it one way, but if somebody else can hear the beat and then tweak what you wrote to fit the flow, to fit the pocket, to fit the, you know what I'm saying? So that goes into it. So Drake is great at that. Because when you heard the Quentin reference tracks, you can hear that Quentin's not that, and again, it could be his voice, it could be, but he doesn't sound as good doing it. You know what I'm saying? And that goes to like, singers, rap, whatever. Like when you hear, The Dream wrote Umbrella for Rihanna.
I can't see The Dream singing Umbrella.
Right, you know what I mean? And when you hear it, her voice sounds better.
Same thing with like when I used to argue with people all the time when during the years of Wayne being the greatest of all time, I used to argue with like, gets Gilly wrote your shit and like it's proven like, oh, but how come Gilly don't have it? Like, because he don't have the delivery, he don't have the flow, he don't have the style, he don't have the tats, the persona, the look.
Right.
He doesn't have those things, but he had the balls to help your man out.
Right. So that was the first thing that stood out. He immediately attacked Drake's pen again. He spoke about the CEO of the label. He spoke about a lot of things.
During that Breakfast Club interview, he was talking about that. He's like, I want to be able to retire one day. He was like, but at the same time, I'm not 30 million records. Like, this is 30 million records. He should be able to retire, which is true.
Right. Wayne is Wayne. So my take when I first listened to Infrared, it was pretty vague. He started out throwing a shot right out there at Drake. He went right at him. Just get that out the way. He's mentioned Wayne again, but it was what Birdman is doing is wrong.
It was like from an understanding place,
right?
Like feeling bad for
you deserve better as the artist you are. You deserve better, especially on that label. What you did to that label. He mentions current, little young rappers, and he mentions a lot the state of hip hop from his point of view. So he definitely mentions a lot of things, not just Drake. But Drake took the bait. Yeah. So Drake took the bait. Now the funny thing is, because when Cardi B's album dropped, Drake dropped Nice for What?
Yeah.
To me, that was a hating move.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He knew Cardi's fan base is women, and he throws the women empowerment song on her release date. He does the same thing. Pusha T's album release date on Friday, he drops the Duppy Freestyle. And again, now, that's why I prefaced it by saying we heard, a lot of people heard about the song on Wednesday during the album release party. He had a couple days to prepare for it.
Yeah,
one.
people heard. Yeah,
and two, he might have heard even before that.
Yeah, the people, the people who aren't huge hip hop heads, or they're blind to the game. It wasn't really less than 24 hours to respond.
Right.
Believe me, that's not how it worked.
Yeah,
he might have even been leaked that shit way ahead of time.
Yeah, because a lot of people, I think Charlamagne said he had like a week ahead, and a lot of industry people and stuff had a week or so ahead of time. So yeah, Drake know people got connections. Yeah, they heard it. They heard it. Because Party Next Door is on Kanye's album. He might have been aware of like, they got some tracks for you, like So and even still, like I said, even if he heard about it, the listening party was that Wednesday. He had more than 24 hours to, because it was that night. It was Friday night that it dropped. Because I was working, and then everybody's like, yo, going back. So right off the bat, I can honestly say that comparing Infrared to Duppy, lyrically Drake was better on it, and I think the beat was better on it. I think the Duppy Freestyle was a better song. Yeah. So that's what stands out to most people. Like, lyrically Drake went in, da-da-da-da. But when you really listen to it, a lot of the shots he threw were to Kanye. Yeah. He threw shots to Kanye because he's like, I pop style for 30 hours, 2 songs that he helped Kanye write. He talked, it was a lot of Kanye shots, and he didn't really get Pusha T with nothing crazy. So again, Pusha T started off with, you don't write. So Drake's rebuttal was, well, you don't really sell as much drugs as you do. You know what I'm saying? So that stood out. Then he threw Quentin in there to say, listen, if he wrote for me, then why he not as big as I am?
But to me, so the problem with that is that to me, that's just the same as your quote unquote Kanye holding Virgil back.
Right.
Like, you're doing the same thing.
Because you didn't sign him. You didn't feature him on any songs and put him out there.
You could have blown him up like you did your bands from UK and all these weird rappers on your last album.
Right.
So, like, to me, that like you shooting yourself in the foot with your own comment because you over here with the Virgil thing and saying Kanye was scared or whatever, let him do his own thing. Which I mean, personally, I do prefer Virgil's style and his clothing over Kanye's, but that's a side note.
Right.
But so I feel like you doing the same exact thing with Quentin, because even if he's not writing, then why don't you blowing your man up? Why aren't you doing the Memphis Bleak shit where you're like, yo, I'm Jay-Z, this is my man, Memphis Bleak, let me put him up.
Right. But that's not his man. So at the end of the day, it's not his man. It was a business deal. I'm taking these songs. Here's your check. Go about your business, little man. It's messed up because Quentin is a casualty of war. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he said he was working at Kroger's. I just tried to help the boy. Like, he's like, dog. Like, Quentin's doing whatever he's doing right now. Like, huh? Like, he just shots getting pumped by. Like, wait, what I do? Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
but even that, like, even the. With Drake's balls about him not being acting like he really sold for Escobar and stuff like that.
Right.
Like Pusha in the new album at least, he even said it himself. Like he's like, I'm not saying he's like the only rapper who sold more dope than me was Eazy-E. So but he's saying like I might not have moved pounds and pounds and pounds, but I'm saying everyone that talk about drugs that didn't really move. I definitely sold more than they did, and I definitely had my hand in there. I might not have been the most gangster, the most drug dealing motherfucker ever.
Right.
But when it comes to this rap game and with all the fabricated shit that goes on, I definitely moved the most out of anyone who was there. And that might be true, that might not be true. I don't know. But
when you think about fabricated lyrics, I mean, Drake talks tough on a lot of songs. I doubt he's ever had a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I may be wrong, but just judging his character, I doubt he even had a fight in his life. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and when he talks tough and about what he's gonna do, and even from the start of this song, he sounds like a stressed out mom. He's like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who takes a deep breath and sighs? Like, but
even then, like, because even in his camp, there's no one in his camp that's tough.
No.
I did like the line, my fault.
Go ahead.
I did like the line where he's like, you're not even top 5 in your own thing. Like, I mean, I disagree with that, but I do like that line, though. I do like the line.
All's fair. I mean, we all know when Nas said Jay-Z was doing Tybo, Jay was in boxing class, but saying Tybo is funny.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So then Drake says, you're not even top 5 on the label. It's like, it makes people like, oh, is he? So now you think about it. So it plants the seed.
He's definitely in.
I mean, let's talk about it. So on Good Music, we got Kanye, CEO, Pusha T's the president. So them two are in there. Now,
so what are we talking about? Top 5?
I'm just saying they're on the label.
Bars, songs.
Well, that's the catch. He says talent-wise. Yeah. So,
because to me, like,
if Kanye's producing, he's number one. He's producing and rapping and stuff. Talent, that's the talent too. The producing and Pusha T's not producing it. He's not making any beats.
I got you. So I guess I took it different. I took it more like the best rapper out the group.
Right.
And I was like, Kanye's like towards the end of that.
He would have to, but that's what I'm saying. He just planted a seed that creates another conversation. Because talent, you mean talented as what?
Yeah, true.
Kanye's a talented producer, but Pusha T's a better rapper. Yeah. But Kanye has the double. He can rap and...
Who we counting in that group anyway? What is it? It's Sci-Hi.
Well, I mean, and again, he had to be specific because Sci-Hi's not signed to Good Music, but he's part of the camp. So I think he said you're not even on the label. So he's talking about who's actually signed to Good Music. So it's a conversational...
So who the fuck signed to Good Music?
I'm guessing if we go by... So we got 5 albums coming out. We got... But even... I don't even think Kid Cudi signed to Good Music.
Yeah. And Big Sean's not. Big
Sean is sounding Good Music.
Officially,
yeah, I think he is.
So
yeah.
Big Sean, I'd probably give.
I would say Kanye, Big Sean, Pusha T, Tiana Taylor, Designer.
What about for bars though? So as an artist, I would say Big Sean's definitely a bigger artist than Pusha T.
He's a bigger artist, but that's not
bars. But for bars,
I think Pusha T is better.
Yeah, like Pusha, like people sleep on Pusha. Pusha got some shit.
And people sleep on Sean too. Sean has bars, but he has more flows. He's more versatile.
Yeah, hell yeah. He's way more versatile. I agree with that.
He definitely can find the flows. But I don't think he has a classic album. And I mean, we can also have another debate about Pusha T. Does he have a classic album? A lot of people call this one classic. We'll talk about that later. But
I mean, I thought his first solo debut was classic.
What's it? My Name,
real album, My Name. I thought that I think that's Pusha's classic.
Right.
I'm not saying it's not Lauryn Hill Miseducation classic for hip hop.
Right.
But for Pusha, that's if we had to put one on the table, it would be that album. That album was fucking.
And I don't think Big Sean has an album close to it.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So again, so we can come back to that topic too. But Drake mentioning that is a good think piece because it gives you he might be right. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a good jab. You know what I'm saying? That definitely was a good jab. But going back to what we were saying about, I would never have a Virgil on my team, like holding his man's back. Look at The Weeknd. The Weeknd didn't blow up to what he was until he left, the OVO camp.
Which, I could be wrong on this, but universally, I think The Weeknd is now actually a bigger artist than Drake is. Because
Yes,
I was
I would say
watching,
so.
I didn't realize. So I knew in like America, obviously Weeknd's big, and I was in Canada, with the fucking Canadians. But he did like a European tour, and like it was a soccer stadium, like people don't understand. To sell out a soccer stadium, like that's like the Gardens is nothing compared to some soccer stadiums, and to sell out in like minutes, not hours, minutes. Like a lot of people can't do shit like that. Not that fast.
So him doing the 50 Shades of Grey soundtrack, him doing like he does pop music. He's definitely in a bigger, you know what I'm saying, and he would have been pigeonholed on OVO because it'd have been hip hop R&B.
Who has really blown up from OVO? Like really blown up?
Nobody. He got Party Next Door. The dude McConan had to leave, and he went through some stuff.
He was going up on a Tuesday.
Right. That was it. You know what I'm saying? The Weeknd, he never signed, and that was his way out. I said Party.
That's it, right?
Probably. There might be some other guys, and it's like nobody's OVO.
But that's kind of like if you look, that's kind of like a continual thing because even Young Money, it was Drake, Wayne, and Minaj, but there was a million niggas in the camp, and no one else really went out there. Like,
but at least Wayne can say I made Drake and and Nicki. You know what I'm saying? And he you can't say he held them back. He put and even the no name people, he put them out there. He kind of did like a Rockefeller kind of thing. He had freestyles where he went last, but they got to put their name out there and something would pop. And, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We don't know a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. But
I felt
I've never seen an OVO mixtape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even J. Cole did his Dreamvilles, and he has like all his artists get a song. It's not just him. Yeah. He let them rock. You know what I'm saying? So he has his Dreamville mixtapes, and he puts his people out there.
Where's his Good Music album?
Good Music had the Cruel Summer. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like Kanye definitely pushes his people. Now as far as the clothing goes, I don't know the full story of him and Virgil and all that stuff.
Honestly, I think it was just a good bar to get at Kanye's skin.
Right, possibly.
I don't know. Obviously, I'm not there. I don't know if he's holding back if he tried to hold back Virgil or whatever. Right. Because Virgil, I do love the way he designs shit. Like I do love his mix nigga head.
I don't like the deconstructed. Yeah, I love it. Hanging off. It's sloppy to me. I
love it.
It's sloppy. Maybe it's the Harlem in me, but we've always kept our sneakers neat. Shut up. We kept our clothes and our sneakers neat. So to see a swoosh hanging off of the sneaker, and I can't rock with it. We've always been neat without like.
I mean, I'm not paying $1 million, so I don't fucks with it. But if it was easily accessible, I'd fuck with it. But then again, it wouldn't be worth anything. It was easily accessible.
It's just to me like if you ever put the toothbrush to your sneaker to clean it and stuff, I couldn't rock a sneaker that looks like it's falling apart. You know what I'm saying? Like if you clean the whites, the uptowns, you got to clean them. I wouldn't want a pair that's like I never even like really. I mean, sometimes I wear it. I'll have the strap hang, but even that it's a method to it. It's not just loosely. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more of a neat, with my fashion. So when I look at the off-white sneakers and they got like the swooshes hanging and it's looking like the material is
zip tie held together.
Yeah, and I'm like I don't like that.
I like.
Yeah, I can't rock with that. But
either way, I mean we don't know if he was true to like, but there definitely was a hard line to get at Kanye's skin because one, Kanye, like anyone who doesn't know, he takes fashion seriously. Like
yes,
if you judge him or you critique him at all, he fucking goes crazy.
Yes.
So that I know for sure got under his skin.
Absolutely.
Like that might have bothered him almost as much as if he said something about his daughters. Like, is it daughters or is it daughter and a son?
He has. Yeah, I don't know what the third kid was.
I don't care enough about Kanye, honestly. Like,
yeah, I don't remember. I know he had North Saint. I don't remember what the last kid was.
Wait, there's a third one?
There's a third kid. They just had another kid. Yeah. They just had a third kid.
That Kardashian gonna have that dick forever.
But it was a surrogate. They didn't do they had a surrogate. So yeah. But yeah. So now.
If you know the third kid's name, comment in the thing.
Word. Do you think Drake went too hard? Not like too focused on Kanye on that song?
Yes.
Especially because they had a friendship. They've done stuff together.
I do think part of it was one. I do think part of it was like Drake might not really want the full smoke
with Pusha T.
From Pusha T.
You wanted it. You replying is wanting it.
And I also think that if there was OVO or OVO Young Money versus Good Music, I think they would get washed. Like Good Music would like between Saha, fucking like they would get washed, bro. Yeah, and it'd be well produced.
Because Kanye gonna produce the hell out of it. He gonna find some of the hard. He gonna find some hard samples and kill it. He did Takeover. He could get Takeover and extend. He could do some stuff, but like they wouldn't want that. But yeah, to me, when I first heard, I'm like, yo, he's going at Kanye more than Pusha T, and it was like. I guess he's hurt that Cause like that's your man, you gonna let your man come at me like that? Like the Drake version, you gonna let your man come at me like that? You know what I'm saying?
But not true because it's fully produced by Kanye. Like Kanye heard every bar and was like,
produced the song.
Maybe you shouldn't say that, Push. Like Kanye was like, yeah, say it again.
Right.
Change the flow a little bit.
So I feel like he might feel betrayed by Kanye. So he's like, I'm gonna throw these shots at Pusha T, but you supposed to be my boy. How you allowing this?
I'm not gonna lie.
So,
when I woke up, because I didn't know about the infrared thing, I woke up hype like a fucking new kid wearing his first Jordans on the first day of school.
Right.
I was like, Pusha T album came out today.
Yeah.
I downloaded. I seen a track called "What Would Meek Do." I was like, oh, that's the diss they were talking about.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it, and then the fact
but it's a great segue.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
It's a great lead.
But what would Meek do?
Right. Yeah.
And then Kanye's on the track. I was like, oh. Is Kanye gonna I gotta hear this?
Right.
And, I mean, Kanye had his little balls here and there for other people, but they were all subliminal balls. I don't think anyone were like full solid balls.
Right.
But anyway,
yeah.
But that infrared. Oh, whew.
So then Duppy came out that day. Drake had a couple days of The Crown. I mean, to me, like I said, I feel like the Duppy Freestyle was a better song than Infrared. At this point, when the Duppy Freestyle dropped, he was the man.
Yeah.
Because one, again, 24-hour turnaround time. Well, it was actually the day of. It was that Friday. He dropped that Friday.
Yeah,
the album came out that Friday. Yeah, so he hit him with it right away. So the weekend, for the whole weekend, Drake was the man. He like, yo, he got him. You know, how can Pusha T come back? Like, because again, Drake knows how to make singles, and so it's like it's a good song. You could play it. So the Duppy Freestyle was on point. He had like a little ring in the picture, and you know what I'm saying. So for the weekend went by, Drake was the man. He did it again. He got another one because everybody's like, oh, he got me. The Joe Budden one. Joe gave him too much. He didn't want none of that at all. He avoided that completely.
Which is smart. It's smart.
Drake in Common, Drake won. So he's like WWW's winning. So they like, oh, he got another one. Pusha T. So days went by. Even I was like, yo, I know Pusha T is on his promo run. Can he fly back to Wyoming? You know what I'm saying? Like, fly back, because stop what you're doing. You know, I got to take a break, because you know, because I was getting nervous. I was like, damn, like it's a couple days went by. Like, don't back to back my man Push. Like, I'm like Push. As a hip hop head, I'm pushing Pusha T, but I'm like I can't deny the Duppy Freestyle was dope.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So, but in the back of my mind,
the thing is that because even when Drake's not dropping balls, even though he did have balls, and I saw 100%, when he's not dropping balls, his flow is just so good, and the way he rides a beat, and the way his delivery is just so precise that
he's the king of the hills.
Like, yo, this is like,
it was a very condescending flow, even from the side, because he's the man. He is the man right now. So you can talk down to somebody when you're the king of the hill. You know what I'm saying? When you're at the top, you're shooting down.
Nice for what?
I mean, very female empowerment. We'll come back to that as well, too.
I fucked with that song, though. I'm not gonna lie. At first I didn't. At first I couldn't stand it.
It's catchy. But finally, let's get to the story of ADIDON. The story of ADIDON. So backstory. I was home. So I had just posted on IG. I posted a picture because I found an article that said Pusha T said he's ready for whatever. This was Tuesday. At that point, no reply. So I posted the picture and I tagged Pusha T in it. What do you mean you ready for where you at then? So I'm like, somebody sending the link to the Duppy Freestyle. I'm about to post another IG picture, and I posted it, and then it posts and it goes your timeline. I see Pusha T's story. So I'm like, let me see what he's saying in his story. Go to the story, and he said the story of he said something about the picture. It's not for I saw something he posted first. It was like, yo, it had the Drake in blackface, and it said the story of ADIDON in my story. So I go to Pusha T's IG story, and he's like, yo, this is not Photoshop. This is a real picture. And then he's like, swipe up for the full story, something like that. So I'm like, what's going on? Like, what's going on here? So I swipe up. It's a SoundCloud link. I'm like, I have my phone. Where's my laptop? Let's go. I need the speakers for this. Press play. I go to the SoundCloud. I see the picture, Drake in the blackface, and I press play on it. Immediately I hear doom doom doom. I'm like, oh, the story of OJB. Now this is where it gets deep because this song is so layered that it's crazy. So I hear the story of OJB. You see the picture of Drake in blackface where Pusha's stressing the fact that, this is not a Photoshop picture. People kept thinking it was Photoshop. Like, no, he really posed for this. And we'll dive into that. Listen to the song. He starts right out with his point, with his agenda, which lets me know he had it was fully loaded. He had this ready. Drug dealing aside, ghostwriting aside, because we've already discussed that. We've had years of that. Yes. You don't write, you don't sell as much drugs. We got that. But let's talk about you. All right? Let's talk about the man you are. And again, I prefaced that before by saying when he dropped Nice for What on Cardi's release day, to me, I felt like that was a shot. He knows the female fan base. One, it could be him looking out for Nicki.
Yeah, of course.
And for himself, because his album's coming out. Nicki was supposed to come out as well. So definitely a strategic move. I don't care what nobody says. But let's talk about you. The shot at the end of the Duppy Freestyle where he says Virginia Williams. I didn't know who that was at the time. We find out that's Pusha T's fiance. So the same man that made Nice for What, a song about be nice for what to these niggas, is also clowning an engaged couple. So are you anti-marriage? So then Pusha T says, your mom never been married. So he digs
Harvey's suit, bro.
He digs into
he called his family. Steve Harvey's suit.
Yes. So he deep dived into. He put Drake on the therapist couch. All right, because he said the man you are today, it must have something to do with, you know what I'm saying, your father left at 5 years old, mom never been married. Maybe that's why you are the way you are. But then let's go a little further. All right? Because again, the song is called The Story of ADIDON. And again, you're like, did he miss that? Like, was he too fast on the upload? Like, what is an ADIDON? So then you find out Drake has a kid. Now, we kind of knew about this last year. It was rumored. He mentioned it, Drake mentioned it in the song.
Wait, even like earlier this year, he had the diplomatic immunity.
Right.
And he was like, I got the source, now they all claiming Prego.
Right. So he mentioned it a couple of times, but it was, again, even when that line came out, you're like, oh, it's another chick trying to come up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a chick trying to come up off him, say I'm pregnant with his baby, give me some money. Because we know groupies, gold diggers, they out there. Yeah. Shrugged it off. Nobody paid that no mind. Pusha T got confirmation. Not only does he have the child, they had like the cleanup crew.
That hush agreement shit.
Yeah,
that's cool.
They had the baby mama, clean up her act a little bit, straighten out her IG a little bit, look like a little presentable person. He I guess pays, gives money. Maybe they got a child support agreement, what have you. But to make things bad, he left Brand Jordan for Adidas. Part of his Adidas rollout was going to be on some DJ Khaled type, this is my son. And that looks bad because you didn't, you know what I'm saying? So
from where?
You don't, right. So you don't save the
stork?
Right. And
in Canada, it's different.
A kid is none of our business. A kid is none of our business. That's none of our business as fans to the music. Your life is none of our business. Obviously, as a celebrity, we gonna find out things. Yeah. So you don't have to say, hey, by the way, it's my son. You don't have to do that. But to do it in conjunction with
the market,
it's like, ooh, that don't look good. So you clowning this man for having a fiance, put a ring on, like what are you saying? Like it's a bad thing to be married? Then you're saying, now you're saving, as a father, you save an act for the rollout. So it's like, that don't look good. Yeah. But you still hit the story of OJ beat. So it's like, okay, in the blackface picture. So it's like the Jim Crow shirt on. That's still looming as you hear in the song. So then you find out Drake's only reply to the song thus far has been a statement about the clothing line and the picture and what have you. And he said, whatever he said, we don't care. All right. We all know Drake is half black, half white. Mom is Jewish, dad is black. Blackface in general is something in context you can't just do. And obviously those that did it felt the way about it because it never became a mainstream thing. The clothing line, what have you, never became, something big. So somebody in the end felt like, yeah, that's not a good look. Somebody felt that way. So yeah, you can't clean that up. A lot of people wanted to say, oh, Robert Downey Jr. did Tropic Thunder with the blackface. That's a movie. The context of that was explained within the movie.
Yeah. It was meant to be. There was meant to be a joke on the
right. It's a very touchy subject. However, their play on it, and again, as a black person, I'm like, I can't be mad at a satire of something. Like that. It wasn't making fun of black people.
Exactly. So like on the opposite note, like I bring up white chicks. Right. Marlon Wayans. That shit was hilarious. Right. And they acted like they did a good job and it was hilarious. And that's how white girls act. Like
and he was overacting it. So it was like again the blackface kind of made sense. And if you look at it, he was overacting.
Because he didn't lose character to the DVD drop.
Right. And it was something he was going through. It was his own mental screw ups. That was so again. It's like the context of it. This picture. Drake should have this was like 10 years ago, whatever. He should have maybe felt some kind of way about even doing whatever. What have you? Don't know what's in the man's mind.
It almost reminded me for a moment of like years ago. Nas had a little interview thing around Stillmatic time, and he got called to promote like a liquor something like that. And he's on the phone. He's like, "I'm not gonna promote something that you selling the kids. You trying to market the kids. You want me to market the kids?" And like he was real about like he knew at that time like this was wrong. And it reminded me of that because like someone in his corner should be like, "Yo, Drake, it's not a good idea, bro.
Right?
It's not smart."
Right. So again, and especially with a picture. So again, with Tropic Thunder is a movie, they can delve into what the whole thing, because a black man in the movie checked him for doing that. There's a conversation, there's a discussion, there's something going on. A picture, which was smart on Pusha T's behalf, because he may know the backstory to why that picture, but adding that as the picture art to the song, making a song called The Story of ADIDON. ADIDON was Drake's Adidas clothing line. Every time you hear that name for the clothing line now, you're going to think about that picture. So he attached that picture, that name, the story of OJ Beat, as the human brain works, that's always going to be stuck in our heads.
I'm really surprised that picture didn't come forward faster though, because he's just such a huge celebrity that you would assume that picture, someone would have leaked that picture.
And that's what I'm saying. The picture was just like, it never came out. Like the clothes. I mean, the dude who took the picture, I think Pusha said he got it from his Instagram, so it's been there, but it's years ago, or whatever. Like it's been buried.
But nowadays, like I'm just so
nothing
surprised.
safe online, but right. So and again, Pusha T really didn't have to do much work because somebody probably knew and they were like, "Yo, look," you know what I'm saying? And then now delving into Sophie Knows Best is Drake's baby mom's IG name. We find out about her, softcore porn star, stripper. She's out here. But then
typical hip hop,
right? Not to call her any names, or whatever. But at the time of her being pregnant, she didn't know if Drake was the father, A$AP Rocky, James Harden. Like Beyonce's backup dancer.
That's what I found weird. Cause that name is like all right, A-list.
That nigga.
W list, like
and again, as men. We look at who you, because it's like, okay, A$AP, James Harden, Beyonce's backup dancer. So you're not just a gold digger, you just out here. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Right. That's your right. Like, we're not trying to judge you. You want to have fun. It is a weird list.
Right. And as we say that you right, is, you know what I'm saying, as we're not going to knock or call nobody no names, it puts a little context into nice for what? That was Drake's political run. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get these women on my side because I'm about to come out with some news.
Drop the bomb.
Yeah, so let me get these ladies right. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. Get hair done, take yourself, like all this, y'all know the lyrics of the song, y'all been quoting it. Y'all know. So he's saying do that. I can't knock girls out here because, I got baby moms. But more on that later, you know what I'm saying? So he knew what was coming. He was preparing for God's plan. He donating money. It looks like a political run. Like, let me take these pictures with these babies. You know what I mean? Like, because you got a scandal in the works, and all of this came from this song. Like, it's deeper than rap. Like he says it, and it's like there's so much context to the Pusha T song that a lot of people are like, yeah, but it ain't lyrical. Yeah, but it ain't. I can't listen to it over and over again. It's like, but. As a diss track, he hurt Drake's sneaker money. He hurt his music, because now Drake has an album coming out in like 2 weeks. I don't know when they were planning to roll out for the ADIDON clothing line or whatever, clothes and apparel or whatever, but Adidas is on the phone like, hey, we gotta We got to clean some stuff up. We got to, you know what I'm saying? So the whole rollout of the music, of the clothes, is taking a hit. Now, when it comes to the music, so when the album drops, obviously, you know what I'm saying, Nice for What has already been streaming, God's Plan has already been streaming, and Diplomatic Community, other songs, we don't know what's going to be on the album. But once he adds those songs, it's gold. It's gold. We're gonna get to that. I'm saying that's gonna go gold, platinum, whatever. So he's gonna get his music sales, and a lot of his fans are not gonna care. You know what I'm saying? But Adidas, because this beef is not just on music news. It's CNN talking about it, sports news is talking about it. Like this is a big deal because so now Adidas is aware that their money's being affected.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's like the hidden baby moms thing, the blackface, like so many things that Adidas can't stand behind because like, they stand behind these things that all of a sudden, you understand, you're now in the era where that you support this person, therefore you agree with them 100%, you stand behind them.
Right.
And you know, it
which is why Roseanne just got fired from ABC. They just canceled Roseanne because of something she tweeted.
And that show was doing great. It was
their number one show. You know what I'm saying? And then now Drake left Brand Jordan, went to Adidas.
Which I don't get.
Who's number one at Adidas right now? Kanye West. His Yeezy boosts and all that stuff is it rebirthed Adidas.
That's
all that style of shoe now, the comfort shoe, the comfy shoe that the Yeezys, you know, that's what Nike's copying that. Like everybody's copying that design now.
At Sneakerhead, you know, Nike did it first.
They did it right. But Kanye's name,
the Yeezy is literally just a Roshi with different design.
Right. But you know what I'm saying? So Kanye got that popping, and that gave Adidas new life. So now again, but that's why I don't know if it's personal that Kanye was trying to keep he trying to come over here push get him. I don't know. I don't know.
I was thinking on the flip, which we'll get to in a minute. The tweet that Kanye put out, and part of it was like maybe they just like, yo, Kanye, talk to your man, push.
Right.
He's fucking up our money altogether.
Right. We don't know how those meetings went. But it's interesting that the 6 degrees or less, you know what I'm saying, like him going to Adidas, and it's like, because Adidas is throwing money out here now. You know what I'm saying? Like James Harden got a big deal, and again, Kanye might have helped him with that because at the time Harden was dating Chloe.
I mean, by the way, you could definitely get some words out with some music, some dancing with some Adidas on. So Adidas, look out, let them know, get some shirts.
You know what I mean? But yeah, it's very interesting that Adidas was the brand that he went to. And then this happens, you know what I'm saying? Around the time when the clothing line, and then that would explain how Push might have knew about the name of the clothing line.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
If it doesn't work out for him there, if I was Jordan, I'd be like, yo, fuck you, go to Fila.
Right, because he can't go back. Right, you can't go back to Brand Jordan.
Go to Reebok, nigga.
You know what I mean? Like, because again, when his Brand Jordan deal was really just wearing Jordans with the OVO owl and so forth, but that was enough. So that was really all they needed to sell.
Personally, I thought every single one of them were ugly.
And the colors, they had like the gold color. Yeah.
Immediately.
Yes.
Immediately.
Yes. So Adidas, if their planning was just to give him his own designs and everything from scratch, and again, from what I'm hearing it was a line. It was sneakers, it was shirts, it was, he was gonna have a whole clothing line. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like what Yeezy has, you know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of money involved. Yeah. So now, and we got a little off the song, but to end the song, Drake mentioned that, Pusha T mentioned when Drake said, oh, you older than the man you're running behind, Push mentions like, well, if I'm old, your man 40 is about to die.
When he said that, so 2 things hit my mind. The first thing was, oh my God, it's 2018, and the MS community is gonna go kill Pusha because you can't say anything nowadays.
Right.
But then the other thing that hit me immediately in my head when he said that was, don't one of y'all niggas got sickle cell or something?
Yes.
Tupac on fucking Mobb Deep going right at the heart.
That prodigy. Woo. So now, and shout out to the big homie Mark on Facebook. He tagged me in the song again after I had already heard about 3-4 times. He was like, what do I think about this? And I was like, I'm all for it. And he said he felt that Pusha T went too far, talking about the baby mom of the kid and 40.
There's no such thing as too far.
Exactly.
It's war.
Exactly. And share your thoughts. Do you guys feel there is a line in rap battle and beef? I'm like you said, Tupac. I'm cut from Tupac's cloth.
That's why I fuck your bitch, you fat motherfucker. Like,
I always play too rough.
That's why I don't.
That's why I don't play fight. That's why I don't play with them games. I'll just laugh it off. Because if I know some stuff about you and we beefing, I don't know what the bar is to, you know what I'm saying? So I don't play those games. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I don't play those games because I play to win. You know what I'm saying? And to me, and I watch battle rap where they don't care. There's no rules in battle rap. They will talk about someone's sick daughter. They will talk about some dead parent. They talk about digging her up and killing her again. Like there's no, and then some of them will dap it up after that because they know it's just rap. You know what I'm saying? Now this is deeper than rap because the money is messed up.
But yeah, I don't think he went too deep. I don't think there's actual a line, unless you guys are a legit friendship and it's like a little play around beef.
Right.
Maybe then because you know some personal shit because we're like we boys, you know some shit about each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? You let out on that. That's you playing dirty.
Like let me tell you about John. Let me say.
but they don't have that type of friendship.
Right.
Therefore, there's no rules. There's no rules. It's completely fine.
Right.
Completely fine.
Right. So the gloves was off. Now that was Tuesday. Ironically, Wednesday was World MS Day. So, and I think 40 tweeted that. 40 tweeted, by the way, today's World MS Day. Like, it was one of those, I don't really tweet much, but.
That was by the way, everyone, don't listen to the song. Get at him for making fun of a disease, which I understood the point behind it, but I love the fact that Pusha defended Kanye. He was like, yo, like, don't go at my man's. Like,
which I agree. I mean, he kind of did it at the end, too. He threw shots at 40, but it was like, and again, Drake set the tone. You mentioned my fiance. I was talking about you and your mans. Kept it with the mans. You mentioned my fiance. Now, to me, it didn't come off as an emotional reply to it. It was just on some, that's what we doing? Again, Mark was saying...
You talking about mamas now? Exactly.
Right.
Exactly what it is. Like, oh.
Mark was saying he felt like Drake's Pusha T's reply was like Jay-Z's Super Ugly. Where he was like, you know, talking about me and AI skeeted on car.
But that's what
that
war
was an
is.
emotional response to me.
That's what war is, though.
Yeah.
But I don't think Pusha was emotional. I do think that possibly if you look at the time frame, I do think possibly Pusha had this information.
Yes.
And he 100% was like,
and
go
that's
ahead,
why
Drake, drop your track, do your little. People gonna make memes. It'll be funny for a minute, but I got something.
Right.
Because that's what I was saying before. Like to me, the fact that Drake is now being memed out like crazy, like everywhere I go, it's either J.R. Smith,
right,
or fucking or Drake memes about Drake not wanting this or Drake problems or Drake's a kid.
And it's like wrestling.
Hilarious.
What's the ultimate disrespect in wrestling? Finishing somebody with their move. You know what I'm saying? So right now the internet then turned on Drake because when it was Drake versus Meek, it was Meek Mill memes for days. And then remember Drake had the OVO Fest. And he had the memes playing on the screen as he's rapping back to back. So the tables have turned now. There's memes about you. And like I said, that was Tuesday. At the time of recording this, we have not heard a response from Drake. This is what we've heard. 40 tweeted, Wednesday is National MS Day. Drake released a statement about the photo. Never said nothing about the baby mama, the baby, none of that stuff. And Drake's pops is beefing with Wendy Williams because she commented about the beef.
Drake's pops isn't Wendy Williams? That's the same person?
No, it's not Steve Harvey either. So when you talk about emotional reactions, you can see who's the emotional ones right now.
Hit. I did not to go back on the song, but I did with the story of ADIDON. Like I did like the fact that he was bigging up his moms about him not, because I do agree when he first showed up. You know, Drake had like, you know, my mom's thing, this is my mom, my little moms, you know. And then all of a sudden his pops came back into his life. And I'm not saying this is 100% what it is, but I do feel like to push more of his like I'm black too, black agenda, all of a sudden his pops is everywhere. The dude who left you is everywhere with his crazy ass mustache. And where's your mom's at? So I do love the fact that he bring that up also. I love the fact that he did that. There's no such thing as too low when it's time for beef.
Right.
I love it. And I actually didn't think Pusha would come back this hard.
Correct. I didn't expect
And I was like, oh,
I didn't know. I forgot about the whole baby situation because, again, it was rumored for so long. And we just shrugged it off.
Well, you figured a Drake baby would pop up somewhere. They would have a picture or something.
Right.
And so, you know, got cussed in the world. Like, no, it's one of these bitches trying to get a come up.
Right. And I feel like a lot of Drake's career has gone through a cleanup and cover-ups and things. A lot of the moves he makes.
Give a lot of moves to that industry plan thing.
Yes, yes.
We'll get to that some other time.
Can't deny his talent. It's definitely well worth where he's at. People love his music. Can't deny that. But a lot of things that you get the come ups and a lot of things in your favor, you know, you can't deny where the help comes at. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm loving it though.
I mean, I'm all for it. I don't want it to end.
But then Kanye.
Right. So again, right before we recorded this, I think it was yesterday, which was Friday, Kanye tweeted that, you know, he's all for love now, which is his thing, and he's not about the beef. So he's like, it's over. You know what I'm saying? He's like, it's dead.
Which, you know, to my point is he's not allowed to say that because, like, so, you know, we can't, like, me and Paul can't beef. Paul says something about me. I punch Paul in the face. Then after I punch in the face, like, oh, but we cool again. Don't hit me back. Like, it's Drake. In my opinion, the ball's in Drake's court. Drake can either respond with a song, go to high road, or respond however you're gonna respond. Definitely won't be violence. Again, like a flower basket or something. But it's his choice whether he wants to do it. Kanye has nowhere in it. I think that's personally. I could be wrong, but I think either Kanye, one, he does maybe not want that because in his first song he's talking, he's talking a little crazy. Maybe he doesn't want that kind of problem. But the other time, I also feel like maybe Adidas is like, yo, Kanye, that's your artist attacking our new Adidas member, and we're a Adidas family. We're all making money together. Wrap this shit up. And it could be that. And if Drake was smart, he don't want to fuck his money up because this is an easy political turn. You could super turn this around. No, everyone will forget about us in a minute.
And they will.
That's the way it works.
Some people have already forgot.
So I mean, that's what I think happened. But I mean, in my opinion, it's not Kanye's place to say this shit is dead. Drake has to say it, and then Pusha has to agree. I don't think Kanye has an option here where he could say that, like, unless he tries to pull the card with, well, I'm Pusha's boss, and then that's going to be a whole different thing. So.
To me, when I read it, I took it as he trying to play big homie. He's trying to be the all right, you know. But like you said, unless we are told of a conversation. I still think, I mean, Drake's album comes out in about a week or 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, more than enough time to put a song on it.
Right. So if he's gonna wait, he's gonna let the coast clear, die down a little bit, and then come back with a bang.
I mean, 2 weeks isn't a lot, but that does hurt you because, to me, Blueprint 2, I'm not gonna fall. Blueprint 2 was way harder than Ether, but no one cared. 10 years later, nobody cared.
Well,
obviously, it was 10 years, but no one cared.
The way I took Blueprint 2 was like, yo, it's over. But hold on, let me tell you what happened. Like, it was like,
so, but dead, 2 weeks nowadays, him waiting 2 weeks to drop some kind of lyrical response. Like, I mean, maybe Quentin's busy. I don't know.
Right. I mean, because Quentin probably mad. Like, dude, you threw me under the bus. Like, I'm not writing for you right now. He's like, please. Like, no.
I mean, I haven't heard from Gilly the Kid in a while, so maybe he can call Lil Wayne to help out, and we can just get it
right.
But anyway,
I mean, whatever. So another rumor that was on Twitter was that Drake was issuing $100,000 for somebody to dig up some information on Pusha T. Now Pusha T tweeted that, so we don't know. Again, he might be just saying that just to throw some more fuel in the fire. But if Drake is trying to dig up something, it's like you can't find nothing. Then what can he do at this point? Like, because at this point,
I mean, there's definitely gonna be some kind of dirt in there somewhere. But it depends because, like, to me, even when Drake was battling the Meek Mill shit, the ending of the Meek Mill diss where he's talking about like Drake getting peed on and shit, to me that should be in old school hip hop, in 90s hip hop.
I always bring that up.
Drake would be eliminated.
Yes.
In 90s hip hop, that would have been, those lines would be enough to kill his entire career.
You got peed on by T.I.'s man.
But nowadays it's not. So
that was huge to me. I'm like, hold on, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like Ghost Rider. At that point, I was like Ghost Rider on the side.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
You got peed on by a dude. You got R. Kelly. Like, but in nowadays hip hop, it's okay.
Everybody
dudes kiss dudes. And,
yeah, nah, ain't no come back from that. Like that, so, you ain't punch him. You ain't get his dude hand. Like nah.
I would give him hands. His dick's out. Like, I'd wait.
True.
I'd wait. And be like,
true.
all right, well, now
but nah, he getting kicked out. He getting stomped out or something. Like there's nothing you say to someone pissing on you. Like you don't say nothing. There's no hey, what are you doing? Stop.
Like Mr. Kelly. But nah, that's crazy. So anyway, but I'm not sure how he can respond. Yeah. I don't really know if they could,
because Pusha T prefaced the story of ADIDON with drug dealing aside, Ghost Riding aside. So Drake can't come out with the next song, but you not Scarface. Yeah. you not the Don you claim you are. Like, dude, we moved on. I moved on. What else you got? Yeah. So so Pusha T didn't do the B Rabbit route where he said, okay, here's my dirt. What else you got? He just said, that's all you got. So let's move that to the side. Cause you thought that's all I had. Move that to the side. But I got more on you.
But
before you could even be Rabbit yourself, I got you.
To me, the smartest thing to do would be dead this shit. If I was Drake, dead this shit.
Yeah.
Crazy turnaround market campaign to get your black vote up because the blackface thing's gonna hurt you.
Oh yeah.
And then get your women vote up because the how the baby mom doing the dirty now want to take care of your kid's gonna hurt you. No matter how many nice for what songs you drop.
And just sending a check is not taking care of your kid.
Yeah.
People got to be clear on that too.
100%.
Just sending a check or just just sending money isn't that doesn't cover it.
Not at all.
So being a deadbeat, because people are like, oh no, he's not a deadbeat. He takes care of it. She flew on a private jet. No, that's not being a father. Yeah. That's still being a deadbeat because the kid don't only respect your checks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Actual
like the kid,
time put in.
Yeah. So make that clear too.
The push on the swing, the changing the diapers. That's what makes you a pop.
Those moments, not just okay. The check.
But then again, I mean, he didn't really know what it was like. So
and that's why I say Pusha T put him on the couch. He put him on the couch. He said, "You know what? You might be this way because you know what I'm saying." He broke him down, and that's what makes it so deep. It didn't even have to be that lyrical. He still gave him some bars, but it's what he said, and it's like, dude, you broke this man down. Like it's crazy, and it comes off on some. I feel for you, kind of. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, like I get it. You got some, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let you know as a man, I don't like what you're doing with the kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So Pusha don't have kids. So he's on some, I got nieces and nephews and they didn't world to me. So you having a kid, I want you to do better. So it's some grown man, because you want to talk about how old I am. Well, let me give you some grown man, knowledge.
Listen, man. Cop that Daytona. If you know, you know. Cop that Daytona, all right? That album, woo.
Like I said, as of now, we've just heard Kanye say it's over.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely do a response video if a response comes
we're gonna be back. We're gonna be back.
I'm thinking I'm good on this.
As of right now, Pusha T won. If it ends this way, they can call it a truce. I'm not calling it a draw. We're gonna say the war is over and Pusha T won. And to me, I feel like Joe Budden beat Drake, so I feel this would be his second loss. But to the popular consensus is either they don't count that or they just say he was irrelevant, whatever. Fine. You can't deny this L because Drake responded. So they engaged, and then he got knocked out. Second round knockout. Which is a popular, you see what I did there?
Nice. I see what you did
Second
there.
round knockout. Nice. It's over. If it ends here, now again, everybody like putting clocks and things on it. We all want it. We want the response. He got till about his album. If we don't hear nothing on that album, and I don't want no subliminal, they try to come for me and I don't want to hear the they. No, we know what you're talking about. Say his name or, do that. But comment below. Let us know, what's your thoughts on it. Did we miss anything else? I mean, a lot of other stuff becomes gossip. I didn't want to get too deep into the gossip of it. ASAP Rocky's like, yo, keep your name out. I didn't tell him nothing. We don't care. Pusha T got the information somehow, some way. I don't know how he did, but.
Whoever leaked it, they'll take you.
But according to that, it's facts. Like it's not rumored, it's not gossip. A lot of people are confirming what he said as factual. You know what I'm saying? So it's not gossip, and he say she say at that point. And A$AP Rocky's album's out as well too. So he wanted to clear himself of that. Like, buy my album. He actually sold more than Pusha T, which is funny because Pusha T was the talk. And like we were saying, we haven't really gave Rocky's album a fair chance. Well, I haven't really given it a fair chance.
I'm not giving it a chance.
But he sold more. So his fans
I think it's crazy because I haven't even heard a song from him.
Removed from this beef. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he has a separate section of fans. But you know what, too? Another thing is I think he had a song that was streaming. And again, with the streaming situation, that counts for your sales. So he had
we had to do an episode on that one day.
Yeah. Because Pusha T just dropped his with no singles, just the whole thing, which is only seven tracks. But Rocky had at least one or two songs I think were already released.
I definitely want to touch on this in a later episode with you with the 7-track thing, but I was thinking about this there for a minute. Like, there's like 7 tracks. When I first heard it was 7 tracks, I was tight.
Yes.
When I saw it was 7 tracks, it was tight. When I first listened to the album, and it was over after like 20-something minutes, and I was like,
21 minutes.
Oh, this is terrible.
Yeah.
And the more I listen to it, I actually do enjoy it. It almost feels like a complete album. You don't realize how short it is, but it is a short album. But then I kind of compared it to sometimes you go to Outback Steakhouse and you get like a 16-ounce steak and it's like, that's not real steak though. You go to Peter Luger and you only get the little 4-ounce jump off, but that's a fucking steak.
Right.
So maybe less is more on sometimes.
Right.
Not in the case of this Kanye album. We'll talk about that some other time. But
my point my point of view on the 7 tracks is I like Pusha T's. I like all of the songs, and to me I think that's the issue though, because I like all the songs.
Though, on that Comeback Baby,
But to me, when it ends and then I play it again, so now I've listened to the same songs too many times. I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
So I feel like it backfired to me
as you keep going because it's so short.
It's only 7 songs, and it's just like if you had an album of 10 songs and you only like 7 of them or whatever. It ends up being the same thing. You get bored of those same songs over and over again. So I feel like
I'm happy to me all 7 songs are quality, but it's like because maybe he done 13, maybe we didn't like all of them. But I mean, I loved all of his first album or his second album EP.
It was a good 13. I mean,
well, it was longer. You seen it?
Yeah, he said he has more. He has way more songs.
Kanye.
Yeah, and this is a whole marketing thing. And like I said, we're gonna dig into it deeper. But 5 weeks, 5 albums, 7 tracks each, all produced by Kanye. So this is a whole Kanye project of sorts at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So they had a plan in it. We'll probably come back into it by the end of June when all the projects are out. Maybe combine it to one 35-track project.
and see who had the best project.
Right. See how I feel about that. But we're talking that later. And for now, as always, subscribe, comment, like, share, do all that good stuff you do on YouTube. We out of here.
Peace.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the show, hit the like button. Share it. Tell your friends about it. Let them know what's going on. Also, hit subscribe and the bell to be notified when new content is loaded, because there's much, much more to come.